Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. Welcome back to Sports Sunday, where we talk about sports life and everything in between. And tonight, we're going to play some more NBA Hangtime because, well, I'm in a basketball mood right now, you know? We have finally hit the very end of the NCAA tournament, which it did not end the way that I was hoping. Up to the title game, actually, I was on fire. It was amazing. Like, on the ESPN bracket challenge, I was actually in pretty good shape in terms of, like, the national ranking for it. I think the person going into the title game that had the highest score, they had, like, it was like 1,430 points. And I actually, going into it, had like I think it was like 1,210 points, so I wasn't really that far off. I was doing pretty good. I had correctly predicted the national title game. I had Villanova playing North Carolina, and I definitely had North Carolina winning. And I mean, the game was nuts, man. It literally came down to the last shot, which I thought going into it that, like, into that last sequence of plays that North Carolina was done, and then Marcus Page just had, like, one of the most improbably rad, just, like, off-balance, freaking out-of-control three-pointers that tied the game. And I was just like, oh my god! It's gonna set it in overtime! And then, like, they took the timeout, and right as that happened, I just had this feeling, I had this bad feeling in the pit of my gut. I was like, oh no, they're gonna end up blowing this thing wide open, man, and they're gonna lose. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but they're gonna lose. And then, oh, come on. We're already starting to have this, huh? Oh no. And then lo and behold, you know, only the second buzzer-beating shot to win the national title in the history of college basketball happened. and I got to see it live, man. I got to see it live. It was so crazy. The guy was like 28 feet away and just drained the living hell out of that thing. Like, there was almost no question. Like, as soon as it went up, I was like, yep, that's got a good chance, man. And he drained it, and that was the end of it. And at that very moment, my bracket just incinerated. It spontaneously combusted into a pile of just living hell, and that was the end of it. And then I'm sure they probably commenced in playing, you know, One Shining Moment and doing the collage and all that stuff. I apparently had heard that the radio call from the Villanova guys was like legendary material. I haven't heard any of it yet, but I heard that, like, people are putting it on the same pedestal that the Miracle on Ice, USA versus Russia back in like 1980, and like the other game-winning one. From the Phi Slamma Jamma one, where they had the game-winning, you know, put-back dunk type of deal. Like, that call, you know, was also the stuff of legend. And oh boy, that was close. So they're putting it up there, and that's saying a lot. So I'm gonna have to judge that one for myself. But that's got to be one of the best title games we've had in a while. Like, in an alternate universe where maybe a few years ago, in the Butler and Duke one, where Gordon Hayward almost had the game-winning half-court shot that just barely missed, like, that would have been the best shot of all time in national title games. But hey, man, this one's got to be up there. It was pretty damn good. So at least we were treated to a game that was exciting, you know, unlike some of the games that we had in this tournament in the later rounds, where, you know, both Final Four games were an absolute crapshoot and whatnot. Oh, man, that thing couldn't have rolled around any more than that. That was about as much activity on the rim as you could find. I mean, there was more stuff going on there than like a European brothel, you know, getting a little crazy up in there. Here we go. Perfect. All right. So, yep, with that, you know, the NCAA tournament is totally gone. But on the plus side, you know, the other half of opening day was today for baseball, and the White Sox won, so I'm a happy camper. So, hey, at least if my bracket's going to, you know, it's going to ignite and come flying out of my ass. At least I get to have one good thing come out of it, so it's all good there. So let's go on here. By the way, I have not yet mentioned the team that we're playing against right now. We're playing against freaking Dana Barros and Antoine Walker. What a combo of dudes to be playing against, dude. Dana Barros is a sharpshooter if there ever was one. Not to mention, his name is Dana. He is a man with the same first name as my cousin, who is not a man. One of the more feminine names for a dude. But hey, you know what? There are some awesome other men named Dana, like Dana Altman, the basketball coach for the University of Oregon. That dude is a badass. You know who else is a badass? Villanova coach Jay Wright, dude. When their guy hit the game-winning 3 to win the title, they showed like a little video clip of him, and he had the most gangster response ever in the history of the world for a coach that just won the fucking championship. He just like, you can kind of see the moment where his player gets it. This guy did not change his expression at any point. He just had the absolute like most gangster straight-faced response. He just like, he slowly turned the other way and started walking, and then just slowly put his hands up in the air while his, you know, assistant coaches and whatnot are like, you know, starting to pile up on his back, and he just, like, that's one of those things where you could totally end up seeing, like, one of those, you'll probably see it, actually, and you heard it here first. You'll end up seeing one of those Thug Life vines, you know, where he'll turn and start walking away, and then he'll get the glasses that fly up over his face and have, like, the backwards hat and, like, the cigar and all that stuff. Or no, not the cigar, but like the blunt. You'll have all those things. If you see it, you heard it here first. I will not have made it, but somebody will have seen it coming. So, dude, it's so funny. But yeah, dude, that guy is a badass. I definitely I do like Mr. Wright. He is a good coach. Villanova is a good program. So, good times, though. Alright, so we still got Dana Barros and Antoine Walker, huh? It's not very often. They usually make some type of roster change going into the second half, but they're feeling pretty confident in their dudes. Can't fault them for that. I mean, we've done the same thing every single game the whole season at this point. Hey! That is probably my favorite play in the game, is doing the putback finger roll layup. Oh god, that's not what I meant to do at all. Hey! Shit. That was a bad play. That was not good. He's got skills, they say. Oh, God. I don't know how we threaded the needle on that. That seemed highly improbable to pull off. Wow. And then I pushed my own guy. We were finding ways to foil our lead. I mean, not like we didn't see that coming. This happens every single game in one form or fashion. There's at least one thing that goes on to essentially spoil it for us. That was the most Arvydas Sabonis-looking shot I've ever seen. that was the flattest. It is not very often that you see dudes actually shooting a frozen rope into the hoop and actually making it. Like, I think the only dude that I can think of that has a flatter shot than that is probably Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade has, especially his free throws, he has an extremely flat shot. But Arvydas Sabonis was like the ultimate flat shot shooter. It's just like, it's stuff of legend. Like, they need to do a sports science unit on that, because it is ridiculous how wildly flat his shot is. Oh god. Oh god. Go up for it, man. Oh, really? Really? That was interesting. Not very often that you see guys blocking an alley-oop. Walker! To Dana Barros with the most boring dunk I think I've ever seen in this game. Like, at least with my little one-handed dunk there, at least I was doing it from like 20 feet away. Oh, nope. Oh, there you go. There's the block. There's the block. Get up. Oh, God. I had to hold on to that a lot longer. Not a very accurate way to pull that. Generally, if you hold on to the ball a lot longer, then your probability of making it goes way, way down. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Get up. Oh, look at that. He banks it in! Oh my god, that was awesome. I didn't even think we were going to be able to get down the court fast enough to put the shot up. That was like almost a... Well, not really. I was going to say that was almost like a fair recreation of the shot in the Nova game, but it wasn't, because, you know, it was passed off, and then he just kind of chucked up the shot right at the end of it. It was from the same proximity on the court. That's really the only similarity that it had. Because it also wasn't shot by like a 6-foot man with a wolf face. Yeah, there's probably the most glaring difference out of all of it. Oh god, that was a bad choice. That was not a smart shot at all. And we're going to pay for that. And one more mistake, and he will be on fire. So oh no! Oh god, this is not good. Thank you. What? He rejected it into the basket? I have never seen that before. I've never seen that happen before. That is a first. That is a first. That was weird. Oh no! Oh come on! Oh crap! This is bad. This is really bad, man. Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy, how badly do we need to score right now? Come on! What was that? Thank you, thank you. At least we only surrendered one 3-pointer at the hands of the Fire. Come on, she's on fire! Oh baby, oh the baby that supplies the gravy. Oh no! God, of course my guy gets fire and I cannot enjoy it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, go up with it, you idiot! God, I'm trying to get him to go up, but he just doesn't want to do it. I mean, you know, the guy, I mean, Rashid really, like, never scores in this game, and I'm trying to give him an opportunity, and he's just not taking it. He's putting so much extra pressure on me to succeed in this moment, you know? I mean, I'm totally doing it, but still, you know? Speaking of, by the way, speaking of guys that have very interesting shots, Antoine Walker, the guy that's playing for Boston over there, that is a guy that also has a very interesting way of shooting. That guy, kind of like Tony Parker, probably had like the shortest vertical I think I've ever seen in the game. Oh god, come on, throw it up. There it is. That's how you win a game. That's what more people need to do. Like, I've seen so many games where, like, in the last few seconds of a game, like, they'll inbound the ball, and then guys will pile up on them trying to steal the ball away. It's like, dude, just grab the ball and throw it straight up in the air. Nobody can steal it from you if that happens. Just, you know, let her rip. That's the crazy thing. Just like I used to see it a little bit more often in games, you know, back 10 years or more ago, where people would just throw the ball straight up in the air because it's not a violation, it's not against the rules to do it, and I mean the ball's way up there. I mean it'll be up there for quite a while, unless something catastrophic happens where you like throw it up into your own basket. But the probability of that is extremely low. All right, let's try the trivia.
Test your trivia knowledge.
Who was the #1 overall pick in the 1991 draft? Oh, God. Oh, I think it's Purvis Ellison. I'm pretty sure it's Purvis Ellison. Oh, it's not Purvis Ellison. Who was it then? It wasn't Tony Kukoc. There's no way. The Kukoc, I don't think was a first pick. It could have been Zoe. I guess it could have been. Well, no. You know what? It may have been Larry Johnson actually. You know, Grandmama Larry Johnson. But yeah, dude, Antoine Walker had like a historically flat shot. I don't think I ever got. He had a. Actually, he didn't have a flat shot, but he only got like an inch or two off the ground. That's the part that was amazing to watch, because he was actually a pretty good shooter. It was just so weird to watch him only get like maybe like an inch or two off the ground. Like you can see guys that like they'll really, you know, really get up for it. Like Russell Westbrook. That's a dude that like when he goes for a jump shot, like he will launch up for it. But not Antoine Walker. No way. That guy would not leave the damn floor. But he was still a pretty good shooter, so, you know. Alright, guys, well, we have run out of time for this episode, so when we come back on the next installment of Sports Sunday, we're probably going to be playing some baseball stars, but we'll have more stuff to talk about. So until then, my friends, we are 7-0, and we're still moving along. We're doing pretty well, I would say. So until then, this is your host, Lovely Cheese Pizza, saying thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye.